Hello everyone, welcome to another Star Wars Clone Wars action figure review. For today's action figure review, I have Jar Jar Binks. Yes, everyone's favorite Gungan, or maybe everyone's most despised Gungan, or most despised character ever since Episode 1, or the prequel trilogy. Anyway, just to get it off my chest, I like Jar Jar. He doesn't annoy me. I think he's cool, and he works perfectly for the animated series, especially for the kids. I like him too in the animated series, so... Anyway, here is the action figure, of course in the standard Clone Wars packaging, and a really cool picture of Jar Jar Binks himself, and his first debut in the Clone Wars series is the episode The Gungan General, if I'm not mistaken. That's it. And again, just a look at the back of the packaging, and we have the previous wave, Wave 4, which consisted of Padme Amidala, a clone trooper with space gear, and a Magna Guard R3S6. And the Wave 4, excuse me, Wave 4 consists of, or actually Wave 5, I apologize, Wave 5 consists of Jar Jar Binks, Rocket Battle Droid, Clone Trooper 41st Elite Corps, and Kit Fisto. So that's Wave 4. It's a pretty small wave. If in a case it'll usually come, since a case usually comes with 12 figures, it'll come with maybe one of each of these figures from Wave 5 and revisions of other figures from Wave 1, 2, or 3. Okay, and I just wanted to read the back with the description for the character. It says here, it's up to Jar Jar Binks to save the day when Padme Amidala walks into a trap set by the Separatists on the planet Rhodia. Donning a Jedi robe, Jar Jar hopes that the threat of dealing with a formidable Jedi will force Padme's captors to release her. So, the only accessory that he does come with is a Jedi robe. No other accessories, unfortunately. So, let me get to opening him up. And if you guys didn't know, there is a sale at Target. Their basic action figures, instead of $7.49, they are now $6.99. And Kmart, if you have a local Kmart, check them out too. They have the best deal, which is Clone Wars and Legacy action figures are only $4.99. So that's a really good deal. So just took him out of the packaging, and as always, the card, the proof of purchase, and the little pamphlet. So let's get to the real good stuff, which is the actual figure itself. I want to be careful not to rip off his ears. Let's see. Looks like, wow, no twisty ties for this figure. They just had to make sure there were some slots in the plastic to hold his robe and the figure itself. So I actually took out the robe as I was taking out the figure. Just be careful not to pull it too hard. You may rip the cloth with the plastic that holds him. So here is Jar Jar, and he looks really, really cool. Okay, so here's Jar Jar going over the articulation. Ball jointed head. He does have a ball jointed neck as well. I don't know if you can see that. While his head can tilt forward and sideways and look up and everything, his neck has another additional joint right there. It's pretty much ball hinged, so that's pretty cool. Of course, it wants to do the we all know how Jar Jar moves and is animated, so that's perfect. That's really good. He does come with a kind of like a necklace sash. I wouldn't say it's a tie. It looks like a some kind of necklace or ceremonial thing. Sash. There's a little peg that connects it to the hole on his chest, so he can stay in place. He does have ball hinged shoulders. There's a double joint on the elbow, which is really cool. That's really cool. No articulation on the wrists, but you can kind of have articulation. It already has articulation on his forearms, I guess. Ball hinged upper torso and really good motion. That's perfect for Jar Jar. No articulation on the hips. Let's see. There is actually articulation on the hips, no articulation on the waist. That's what I meant. And no articulation on the ankles. Well, actually, just a little bit. You can kind of turn around his feet and maybe move it forward and back a little bit. So, very good articulation for Jar Jar. Even if there aren't some of the standard basic articulation in the other figures, it still works well for this figure because it is Jar Jar, and they kind of make up for the lack of articulation in other places where other figures have standard articulation. So not bad at all, and I like his ears that they're all spread out. I thought there was going to be some kind of articulation on his ears, and you could kind of maybe move it, move it side to side, like swivel it, but there is none. There is none, but that's fine. That's okay. His other hand is open, and his other hand is kind of closed, so he can hold something. He can hold an accessory, so that's pretty cool. And it does come with a cloth, soft goods Jedi robe, which is cool. There are no sleeves or armholes for this robe, as I guess it's easier to put on. That's why I guess it kind of came off easily. So let me put on his robe real quick. And that episode was really kind of cool because it kind of works with the character of Jar Jar and him trying to save Padme. And it was funny when the battle droids got him confused with a Jedi just because he was wearing a robe. And it's kind of tough to put it on though without any armholes. But I am trying my best. Oh, there is actually a kind of a wire in the neck area, so you can use it to hold onto probably his neck, it looks like. That's kind of tough too. It's actually pretty tough to put this on him. Okay, so I tried the best I can for now. So just wrapping it around him and holding it down. It's kind of tough to put the wire around. I'm trying to figure that out. But you guys get the idea. So it's still pretty cool. Neat accessory. I'm not sure exactly what other accessories they could have given Jar Jar, or weapons, but not bad for the Jedi robe. That, after all, that's what he was shown with in the episode. So that's him with his hood off and with his hood on. Looks like a Jedi from afar, I'm sure. Very good figure. Articulation is good. Accessory is not bad either. I would give this a solid 10 out of 10. Do pick Jar Jar up, especially to complete your Clone Wars collection, at least the main characters. He would look very good beside Padme and R2 and 3PO. So, but mostly with Padme, since he was mostly with her in that episode and in a few other episodes as well. So that's pretty cool. And I definitely look forward to having more supporting characters from the Clone Wars. It's very cool. Very good articulation. Awesome job, Hasbro. So pick him up. 10 out of 10 Clone Trooper helmets. Awesome figure. Jar Jar Binks. I love him. He's awesome. And I'm proud of that. Okay? So thank you guys for watching. And until next time, may the Force be with you.